Have you ever wondered why your grandkids sometimes act a little distant around you? Maybe they pull away during a hug, or choose the seat across the room instead of the one right next to you. And you're left sitting there, thinking, did I do something wrong? If you've ever had that feeling, you're not alone. Many seniors go through this quietly. And the hardest part? No one tells you what's really going on. Hi, I'm Dr. Henry Thompson. I'm 77 years old, and I've worked with many seniors across my career. I'm here to tell you something that most people are too afraid to say out loud, but you deserve to hear it. There's something that starts happening to the body after 60 that most older adults never notice themselves. But everyone around them can sense it. It's a smell. It's not from being dirty. It's not your fault. And it's definitely not something to be ashamed of. But it is real. And the good news is, there's a way to fix it. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop your city or state in the comments below. I always love seeing how far our community is reaching. Point 1, why your body smells different after 60, and it's not your fault. Let's get this out of the way first, it's not because you aren't clean. I've seen so many seniors feel hurt, even ashamed, when someone hints at them having a certain old person smell. And the truth is, you could be showering every single day, wearing fresh clothes, and still have this problem. So what's going on? Your body is changing in ways you might not see, but others can smell. After the age of 60, 3 things start to shift that most people never talk about. First, your body doesn't sweat as much anymore. Now that might sound like a good thing, less sweat, less odor, right? But it actually works the other way. Sweat is one of the ways your body gets rid of waste and toxins. When that slows down, all that waste sits on your skin longer. Bacteria feed on it, and that creates an unpleasant smell. So even if you're dry and clean, your skin might still carry stuff that makes people wrinkle their nose. Second, the oil your skin produces, called sebum, starts to change. It forms a new chemical called 2-nonenal. You've probably never heard of it, but you've definitely smelled it. It's what gives that old age smell its unique scent. And it only appears in larger amounts as we get older. It doesn't mean you're dirty, it just means your skin has changed its chemistry. And third, there's your mouth. As you age, your saliva production drops, by as much as 50%. That might not sound like a big deal, but saliva is what keeps your mouth clean and your breath fresh. Without enough of it, bacteria grow faster, and your breath may start to carry an odor, even if you brush every day. Now, none of this is your fault. These are natural changes that happen to nearly everyone over 60. The real problem is that no one tells you. Family members don't want to hurt your feelings, so they say nothing. And you're left wondering what went wrong. Point 2, the 3 spots most older adults forget to wash. You might be surprised to hear this, but even people who shower daily still struggle with body odor, because they're skipping the most important areas. It's not about how often you clean yourself. It's about where you clean. After working with thousands of seniors, I can tell you, there are 3 areas most people miss, and these are where nearly 90% of the odor comes from. The first area is your skin folds. Now, I know it's not fun to talk about, but our bodies change with age. We have more folds and creases, under the arms, around the neck, under the breasts, around the belly, behind the knees, and even behind the ears. These spots trap sweat and oil, and they become perfect places for bacteria to grow. The back of the neck is one of the most forgotten spots, and yet it's one of the places that smell builds up the most. If you're washing your face and arms but skipping your folds, you're missing the biggest source of the problem. The second area is hairy spots. This includes your scalp, your underarms, and if you're a man, your chest or belly hair. Hair holds onto oil and odor much more than smooth skin does. And here's something I tell every senior: massaging your scalp while washing your hair is just as important as shampooing it. The scalp is a place where sebum builds up quickly, and when you don't clean it well, that old person scent starts to come from your head, even if your body is clean. Same goes for underarms. Don't just swipe with soap, give it a gentle scrub. The third area is your feet and palms. You might not think about them, but your feet sweat more than almost any other part of your body. And when that sweat builds up between the toes and in your socks, it creates a strong smell that drifts up into the room. It's not enough to just rinse. Gently scrubbing between your toes, drying your feet well, and changing socks daily can make a huge difference. If you take just a few extra minutes to focus on these three areas during your shower, you'll notice the change, not just in how you feel, but in how your family reacts too. That's where the healing really begins. Point 3. Why warm water and gentle products work better than strong scents. Let's be honest, when you start noticing a smell, your first thought might be to cover it up. Maybe you reach for a stronger deodorant, spray on some extra cologne, or try scented body washes. It makes sense, right? But here's what I've learned after treating seniors for over 50 years. Covering up the smell doesn't fix the problem, it often makes it worse. Many older adults don't realize that the skin becomes thinner and more sensitive as we age. Using harsh soaps, strong perfumes, or extra hot water may actually damage your skin's protective barrier. Once that barrier is weakened, bacteria can settle in more easily, and your skin can become dry, irritated, or even more prone to odor. That's why warm water, not hot, is key. Hot water feels good in the moment, especially on a cold morning, but it strips the skin of its natural oils. And when that happens, your skin overproduces oil to compensate. More oil means more buildup, and that feeds the bacteria that create smell. So instead of hot showers, aim for warm water, around 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just enough to clean you properly, without causing dryness. Now let's talk about soaps. Many people assume that the more it lathers and smells nice, the better. But in reality, mild, unscented soap is your best friend. Strongly scented soaps can leave behind residue that reacts with the natural oils in your skin, and that can create an even more noticeable odor. Choose gentle body washes or soaps that say, "for sensitive skin," on the label. You don't need fancy products, just something clean and simple. Also, be careful about using too many deodorants or body sprays. These don't get rid of the smell, they just mix with it. Think of it like spraying air freshener in a musty room. It doesn't solve the issue, it just creates a new, weird combination of smells. Instead, focus on removing the cause of the smell from your skin. That means regular cleaning of the right areas, warm water, and gentle products. One last tip, after showering, always dry your body completely, especially in the folds. Moisture left behind gives bacteria the perfect place to grow. Use a soft towel and take your time. These little habits add up and make a huge difference in how you smell, and how confident you feel every day. Point 4. How your diet affects your body smell. Most people don't connect the food they eat with the way their body smells, but the truth is, it's all connected. What goes into your body shows up on your skin, in your breath, and even in how your clothes smell. And as we get older, this connection gets stronger. That's because our bodies become slower at breaking down and flushing out waste, and that waste, if not handled properly, can start to seep through our skin and breath. But don't worry, just a few small changes in your diet can make a big difference. Let's start with something simple: drink more water. Not tea, not coffee, just plain, warm water. After 60, your body doesn't sweat as much, and that means it doesn't flush out toxins the way it used to. Water acts like a broom, it helps carry waste out of your body through urine. When you're not drinking enough, all that waste builds up inside and finds its way out through your skin. I recommend drinking 1 glass right after waking up, 1 before and after lunch, 1 around 3 p.m., 1 before dinner, and 1 before bed. That gives you 6 glasses, and your body will thank you for it. Next, let's talk about antioxidant-rich foods. These help slow down aging inside your body and reduce the chemical reactions that lead to unpleasant smells. Foods like apples, tomatoes, strawberries, and brown rice are great examples. They help your body handle stress and keep your internal system clean. Even garlic, which has a strong smell at first, actually helps reduce long-term body odor because it fights the bacteria inside you. Just 1 or 2 small cloves a day can have a big effect. Another helpful trick? Eat more water-rich fruits and vegetables. Things like cucumbers, pears, and watermelon not only hydrate you but also help flush out toxins more gently. If you're not big on eating raw produce, try blending a simple smoothie every day. Half a cucumber, 1 tomato, and a few strawberries can go a long way. Lastly, don't forget fiber. Constipation doesn't just make you uncomfortable, it actually pushes toxins back into your bloodstream. And guess where those toxins go? Through your skin. Add brown rice, oats, or vegetables to your breakfast. You'll notice changes in your digestion, and in how fresh your body feels overall. What you eat doesn't just affect your weight or blood pressure, it changes how you smell, how you feel, and how others respond to you. Point 5. Why oral hygiene matters more after 60. Many seniors I speak to say, "But I brush my teeth every day." And I believe you. Most older adults take oral care seriously. But the problem isn't that you're not brushing, it's that brushing alone isn't enough anymore. After 60, your mouth goes through changes that make it easier for bad breath and body odor to creep in, even if you've got a perfect brushing routine. Let's start with what's really happening. As we age, our saliva production slows down. You might notice your mouth feels dry more often, especially at night or after meals. Saliva is your body's natural cleanser. It helps wash away bacteria, food particles, and keeps your mouth balanced. Less saliva means those bacteria stick around longer, especially on your tongue and in between your teeth. That leads to odor. And if you wear dentures or partials, the problem can double because food and bacteria get trapped even more easily. So what can you do? First, scrape your tongue every morning. Most people don't realize this, but your tongue holds on to more odor-causing bacteria than your teeth. Brushing doesn't fully clean it. A simple tongue scraper, found at any drugstore, can remove that white or yellowish coating on your tongue that smells bad. It might feel weird at first, even make you gag a little, but trust me, you'll get used to it fast. After a few days, you'll feel fresher, and people around you will notice too. Second, chew sugar-free gum with xylitol after meals. This helps stimulate saliva production and gives your mouth a chance to rinse itself naturally. It also helps control dry mouth without using artificial sprays or mints. 10 minutes of gum chewing can make a big difference, especially if you're out visiting people or at a family event. Third, brush 3 times a day if you can, especially after eating. And don't forget to floss. Food stuck between your teeth or dentures can cause odors fast, and others can smell it even if you can't. If flossing is tough, try a small water flosser or soft dental picks made for seniors. If you wear dentures, clean them thoroughly every night. Use the soaking solution your dentist recommends and brush them gently before bed. Never sleep with them in. That bacteria will sit in your mouth for hours and only add to the problem. Oral hygiene isn't just about your smile, it's about your scent, your confidence, and how close people want to be to you. Point 6. Clean clothes, fresh bedding, and why they matter more than you think. You might be doing everything right, showering daily, eating healthier, even drinking more water, but still feel like people are keeping their distance. If that's the case, the problem might not be your body at all. It could be your clothes, your bedding, or even your shoes. Many seniors don't realize how much odor builds up in the things we wear and sleep on. And if those items aren't cleaned often enough, they quietly undo all your hard work. Let's start with clothing. As we age, our skin releases more sebum, the oily substance that can cause old person smell when it builds up. That oil doesn't just stay on your body, it soaks into your shirts, bras, underwear, socks, and even your pants. If those clothes aren't washed regularly, the smell builds up, even if they look clean. That's why changing your underwear and socks daily is a must. Cotton works best because it lets your skin breathe. And if you sweat more in summer, consider changing twice a day. Also, don't rewear tops or sleepwear multiple days in a row, especially if you've been active or sat in a warm room for a long time. Now let's talk about bedding. You sleep in it every night, maybe 7 to 8 hours. That's a lot of time for your body's oils and skin cells to rub off onto your sheets and pillowcases. Even if you shower before bed, your body still releases sweat during sleep. That builds up in your linens. Make it a habit to wash your sheets and pillowcases once a week. Pillowcases especially, because they trap oils from your face and scalp. And if you can, sun-dry your sheets. Sunlight is a natural bacteria killer and helps eliminate smells better than indoor dryers. Shoes and socks are another hidden source of odor. Your feet have more sweat glands than any other part of your body, and that sweat gets trapped in socks and shoes. Change your socks every day, and don't wear the same pair of shoes 2 days in a row. Give them time to dry out. You can even sprinkle a little baking soda inside overnight to absorb odor. And finally, don't forget your home environment. Open your windows twice a day, for just 10 minutes each. A stuffy room traps smells, especially in bedrooms and bathrooms. Fresh air helps more than any spray or perfume ever could. Fresh clothes, clean sheets, and air circulation may seem like small things, but they change the entire feeling around you. When you smell clean, you feel better. And the people you love will feel more comfortable staying close. You've just learned a lot, and maybe for the first time, things finally make sense. Maybe now you understand why your grandchild pulls away a little during a hug, or why your daughter-in-law always opens a window when you walk into the room. It's not because you're dirty. It's not because they don't love you. It's because no one ever told you what really causes these changes in your body as you get older. If this video helped you, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'll keep bringing you real, helpful tips to improve your health, confidence, and relationships as you age. We're in this together, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourself. You matter more than you know.